Hey everybody, Metagross Freak here, and I'm not ready yet. Want my Pikachu. Want my booty. Want my booty. Urgh. Okay. Okay. Hey everyone, Metagross Freak here, and it's been about 10 years since I started playing Pokemon. I actually started playing with Emerald, which came out I think about 9 years ago. Um, so I started with Hoenn, and we're currently on the Hoenn remakes. So I thought I would do a video both in honor of Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and in honor of basically being a decade since I started playing Pokemon. So I found a meme on DeviantArt. You probably haven't seen it, that's okay. But I found a meme that's 28 questions, and I will answer them as best I can. Question number one, what is your favorite type? My answer to that is Steel. I like Steel. And Psychic. I know technically Gardevoir is a Psychic and Fairy, but I like these two types equally. Most of my Pokemon are either Psychic or Steel. I just really like them. And I would say they're tied for first though, but as a second, I'd have to say Rock. I'm a big fan of rock types. In fact, if you look at my secret base, it's pretty much rock themed. Question number two. What's my favorite region? I like all regions equally. I haven't done Johto, so I really can't give my opinion on Johto, but I like all regions. I like the music in Kalos. I like the changing seasons in Unova. I like all the surfing area in Hoenn. I like surfing. It's especially in Oraz because I can ride on a Sharpedo, which is pretty boss. Um, I probably what is Sinnoh? Sinnoh, I don't know as much. I thought the character designs for Sinnoh was really innovative, so I like Sinnoh because I like just the Pokemon designs for that region. But I guess as a actual physical region, like what I'd want to live in, probably Unova. I like Unova. Um, I'm not saying all the other regions are bad. I just personally like the physical feel of Unova. Um, Number three, which Pokemon games do you own? I have owned Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Diamond, uh, White, Black 2, X, and Alpha Sapphire. And for third part, the uh, non-main storyline, I've also owned Red Rescue Team and Rumble Blast. I think that. Oh, and I also have the DS, the 3DS PokeDex. Though I really don't know if that counts as a game. And I think that's pretty much it. Though currently I own Black 2 X and Alpha Sapphire because all the other generations I have sacrificed in order to get money in order to buy the new games. Because I didn't start working until about 6 months ago. Right. Number four. In games, which gender do you normally play as? I play as the guy, just because I am a guy. Um, though I'm thinking once I transfer things from my X version over to Alpha Sapphire, I'm thinking of restarting the game and playing as a girl because there are a lot more outfit options, and the guys' options are kind of bland, and I like that the girls have like 20 different options just for hats. Meanwhile, the guy, it's like you either have a baseball cap or a beanie, that's it. Um, Number five. Do you watch the anime? Kind of. I watched the anime pretty much all the way from Kanto straight through till the end of summer 2014. I started working, which means, and because I work the Friday night shift, I get back to my room at 11:30 at night, and because the cable at CSUMB gives us the East Coast Cartoon Network, I have to watch Pokemon at a lovely 4 in the morning, actually 4:30 in the morning, and I'm not gonna do that. But I watch a couple episodes online. I haven't been keeping up with X and Y mainly because I I like Serena though. I love Serena. She's a great character, and I really want her and Ash to hook up. But I just haven't had really the time. So I've been watching episodes I want to watch. Like I saw the Mirror Cave episode. I watched the gym battles. That's pretty much it now. Uh, Number 6. How many seen in the PokeDex of your latest game? For Alpha Sapphire, I have beaten. I just caught Primal Kyogre, so not a ton. But basically, if it's a Pokemon that I haven't seen, if I I've pretty much seen all the Pokemon possible. I try to go out and find rare things. I can't give you an exact number though because my DS is charging because I basically played like for 2 hours straight trying to catch a Kyogre with a good nature because I didn't know about the synchronized thing. I literally just learned about the synchronized trick about half an hour ago from my friend. Um, Number 7. In that game, how many owned in the Pokedex? I think it's over 100. If I see a Pokemon that I don't have, I catch it. Unless it's something like a Golbat or a Linoon. Actually, I did catch Linoon. Unless it's something like a Golbat, 'cause it's just like I'll just level up the Zubat. Um, so I don't know exactly the caught number, but I would assume it's probably around 75 to 80% of my scene total. Um, okay, number 8. Number 8, do you even like Pokemon? Yes. I love Pokemon, but there's just so much content for it. I kind of find myself finding um, difficulty in saying things because there's so many people say things about Pokemon that it's just kind of hard to come up with original content. That's why a while back I was making those videos on individual types because I felt that that was bringing new content into the stream. Um, but especially now that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are out, and pardon the pun, but YouTube is being flooded with content, and so I've been kind of hesitant to put stuff up. Um, number 9. Do you collect the trading cards? Yes. Let me show you actually how many I have. I gave a lot away, but this box is packed full of Pokemon cards. I actually gave away basically everything that was filling up to the lid, because if you look, it goes right up to here. I basically gave away everything that was in the lid and a good chunk here to a friend. And I have a couple pages in a card binder of like my foils and stuff, but most of this is generations 1 through 4. I have virtually no cards from 5 or 6. Question number 10. If you have the trading cards, do you play the game or just collect? I no longer collect the cards. When I did collect them, I tried to play. No one wanted to play with me though because Pokemon wasn't cool when I was collecting cards. But I did have a deck. I made a deck that was water and fighting. I think it was just all water and fighting with a little bit of electric splashed in. Um, and so that was the deck I had, hoping that someone would go, "Hey, I got Pokemon cards." And I'd be like, "Yes." Question number 11. Do you draw Pokemon? Occasionally. My drawing pad is basically broken. I can't use it because I have a higher iOS than will work with my drawing pad, so I actually have to get a new one. I do draw Pokemon occasionally. You can check out on my DeviantArt channel, which I'll try to post the link below. I have some Pokemon fan art, though most of it is either of Darkrai or of Porygon Z. Number 12. What's my favorite Pokemon? Pretend this is a Porygon Z. I mean, pretend this is a Porygon 2. I don't have a Porygon Z. Well, I do. I have a plushie. But it's at my dorm. in Monterey, and I don't want to have to drive basically 3 hours total just to bring a plushie here. I left it in my dorm with my Lucario plushie and my Fluttershy plushie and my Celty Sturluson plushie and a bunch of other like anime-esque plushies that I'm really a big fan of. Question. Oh, that was question 12 by that was question 12 by the way. Question 13. I think I got the number right. 13. Question 13 is what is my second favorite Pokemon? That is a tough question. Not really. It's Metagross. Metagross is my second favorite Pokemon. I don't have a thing for him. Um, so there. My second favorite Pokemon is Metagross. I'm actually really surprised I don't have a figure or a plush of him. I need to go get one. To the Amazons! Question 14 is, what's my favorite legendary? Darkrai. Darkrai is a boss. He is my favorite legendary, and a bunch of people say like, oh well, Mewtwo's the best. No, no. Mewtwo can't even damage him. Mewtwo needs Aura Sphere just to be able to do super effective damage. I love Darkrai. Darkrai is the boss, and he's my favorite legendary. Question 15. What is my second favorite legendary? Genesect. Genesect is also a boss. I got him. I got a the event Genesect for Black 2. He was my starter. Genesect was my starter. I basically plowed through every gym with him as the front runner. Question 16. Do you know what number 493 is in the National Dex? Oh, okay. So the only Pokedex I've actually gotten everyone from is in my Diamond. And I want to say the number 493 is Arceus, though I'm pretty sure that's a trick question. I'm going to say number 493 is Shaman, because Arceus seems a little too obvious, and I'm pretty sure it goes Darkrai, Arceus, Shaman, not Darkrai, Shaman, Arceus. So I'm going to say Shaman. Number 17, would you rather have a Meowth or a Growlithe? As a Pokemon, neither, because I'm not a big Growlithe fan. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, Arcanine. I'm not a big Arcanine Growlithe fan, and I don't really like Meowth or Persian. I wouldn't want a Pikachu either. Sorry, Pikachu's not really my thing. Pikachu's cute. I personally would rather have if we're talking about having an actual Pokemon, I guess I would choose. I guess I would choose Growlithe because fire types aren't as common, especially in the early game. But to have it like as a pet, I'd say neither. I'd want to go for like a basic Porygon or something, because I don't really like Meowth or Growlithe. Number 18. Do any of my relatives play Pokemon? Yes. My second cousin, Nicole, who I'm not going to include her screen name because I don't want you people to stalk her, because she's like 17. She plays Pokemon, and she's actually better at it than I am. She's actually really good. She taught me the strategy and stuff, because before we started conversing about this, I sucked at Pokemon. Also, my cousin's sons play Pokemon, and they're 11, actually 12, 11, and 7. The 7-year-old really doesn't play that much, but the 12 and 11-year-old play, and they're having issues getting past like the first gym, and I'm just like, that's because you picked the fire starter and didn't catch anything else. They cannot catch Pokemon for balls, and that's just because they don't have the experience. I was terrible when I started in Emerald too. But they're playing like current gen. I think the 11-year-old's playing white or black. I'm not sure. Question 19. How often do you think about Pokemon? whenever it comes up, there'll be, before I got Alpha Sapphire, there would be days where I would just be like, Pokemon, really? Yeah. However, I do check Cerebi.net every day, at least once per day. Usually, like in the morning when I get up, and usually in the afternoon. Though checking in the afternoon really doesn't help, but usually in the afternoon or evening, just to see if anything new has come up. So I think about it at least once a day. Mostly it's to just check for events and stuff. But and whenever there's a Pokemon of the week that pops up, I read it. But a Pokemon isn't always active part of my life. It is right now because like new game just came out. But like when X came out last year, I played through the story of X, and then once I beat the story, I didn't play it for about 3-4 months because I was just like, it's done right now. But then I started getting back into Pokemon, and I pretty much played Pokemon up until Borderlands pre-sequel came out, and then I've been playing that and up until Alpha Sapphire. So right now I'm going a lot between Pokemon and Borderlands. Those are the two main series I play right now. Um, Number 20. Do you hide the fact that you like Pokemon from your real life friends? No. Most of my friends play Pokemon. And why would I hide something? Why would I hide something that's about me, And it's not like a secret, Pokemon is part of who I am. I carry around I carry around on my backpack. I carry around a little keychain with a Metang on it, and I have a little Pokeball that sits on my desk that has a little itty bitty Darkrai. Why would I hide part of? And I have the Lucario and the Porygon plushies. I don't hide who I am. I just, it's not a secret. I love Pokemon. Why would I hide that? Um, number 21. What pets do you have that resemble Pokemon? I had some goldfish, so I guess you could say that's a Goldeen. And I have two cats. There's a skinny cat, Shadow, who's all black with gray stripes, who kind of looks like a Purloin. I think it's Purloin. And then I have a very fat cat, who I'm going to say looks like Perugly. He's actually kind of a white and cream color, but just because of the joke. Number 22. What Pokemon do you hate the most? Okay, I know what you're all thinking. Assuming you're as fandom as I am, you want the answer to be. But no, I'm not. I don't hate Zubat or Crobat or Golbat. I don't think they're that bad. What I hate. This little guy. I don't even know why I have this plush. Why do I have this plushie? I know this is an Napalm, but Ambipalm. Ambipalm. I did a battle with my Darkrai. Imagine this. It's my Darkrai against an Ambipalm, and this Ambipalm, who has I guess a pro speed nature and full EVs for speed, was able to outspeed my Darkrai and hit it with a U-turn, and it O-code Darkrai and made me hurt inside because my poor Darkrai. My Darkrai was gonna Dark Void it and then Dream Eater it, and it made me really sad. Question 23. What evolution do you like the best? I like Leafeon. Leafeon looks really cool, and I really like Grass type. I didn't say this in my favorite Pokemon type, but I really like the Grass type. I always pick the Grass starter because I feel they're the best balance. So I really like Leafeon, especially because when Diamond came out, when I got Diamond, the only other Pokemon that could learn Leaf Blade was Sceptile. And I was like, well, I don't have my Sceptile here yet, but I have a Leafeon, and it has Leaf Blade. And I was excited about that, because Leaf Blade's like my favorite attack. 24. Which cast form is the best? Normal. Normal, regular cast form is adorable. because he's a little cloud he's a little cloud with a mask, and it's adorable. Um, Question 25: which Deoxys form is the best? I'm gonna say normal form, and it's not even that I have anything against um, the other forms, but normal form just seems like the most practical to me. You're not a glass cannon, you're not a tank, you're not a always hit first. You're more well-rounded, and also your tentacles can turn into hands. And I feel that's far more practical than just having these big tentacles or these wall shields or these like little frail flappy things. Um, Question 26. Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres? Team Zapdos. Team Zapdos. Zapdos is my favorite of the legendary birds. Articuno is kind of disappointing, in my opinion. In my opinion, Articuno is disappointing. And Moltres was way too much work to catch. I was just like, I don't even really need a fire Pokemon. This was in my Fire Red, and I'm like, do I really need a fire Pokemon? No, I don't. I had like no fire moves in my Fire Red version on my team. I had no fire Pokemon, no fire moves because I'm not big on fire. I think fire is probably my fire, bug, and poison are my least three favorite types. I'm not a big fire person. Um, Number 27, Lugia or Ho-Oh? That's not a tough question at all. I mean, King of the Sea, man. King of the mother fluffin' sea. Lugia, 4 days, 420, Aeroblast. And lastly, number 28, who do I tag? I tag Dacker Cloud / Dark Cloud, whatever he's going by right now, and I tag Paul Maglev. So that was the Pokemon meme. I know this was kind of a long video, and I'll try to get some more awesome content to you in the next day or two. Until next time, I'm Metagross Freak, and happy catching.